Hey, what's going on? Travis here, coming at you. About to go over a nice little power-based kettlebell movement, which is the start-stop swing. And then I'm also going to go over the start-stop snatch and the start-stop power clean. So the way these work is you're hitting a single rep at a time and basically just pausing in between each rep. So you're resetting the kettlebell, getting back into the start position, hitting one solid explosive rep, and then setting the kettlebell back down, and then repeating. And there's a few different variations, so I'm going to go through each one here. The first one, which is the most basic, is just a start-stop swing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start behind the kettlebell, weight in the heels, we're going to hinge at the hips, get the back nice and tight, get all set here. I'm going to basically hike the bell, boom, and we'll set it down. That's one rep. There's two. So you just repeat that for how many ever reps that you have prescribed. Start, stop, stop. All right, the next one is going to be a start, stop, snatch. So there's a couple different variations. We can do a hang snatch. We can do a power snatch variation. So the hang snatch variation is going to start off exactly like the swing, or we'll start behind the kettlebell. So we'll hinge at the hips, and now I'm going to be grabbing the kettlebell single hand. So make sure we're reaching across that kettlebell, index finger. It's going to be on the, across the bell on the opposite horn. Okay, so we want to make sure we have the right grip. So we start just like the swing, big hike. Then we can bring it back down either to the shoulder, hike, and set back down, pause. Or I can bring it back down arc style versus going back down to the shoulder. So I'll here, boom, there we go. So we're always passing through that hike before we set it back down. So we don't want to hit the snatch and then try to set the kettlebell back down from overhead. Instead, shoulder, back down to the ground through the hike. Now, I can do a start-stop power snatch as well, which now with the power snatch, we're going to start right over the top of the bell because now the movement is straight vertical versus a hike first. So what we'll do is we'll get set up here, same grip, hips loaded, back tight. Now I definitely have to come back down to the shoulder, back to the ground, and we're pausing. So it's not a touch and go. What I like to do oftentimes is just kind of stretch the hammies and then drop back into it. Right back there. So start, stop, power snatch. Then we got our last two variations, which is our start, stop, clean, start, stop, power clean. So it's going to set up the same way. So for the clean or the hang clean, we're going to pass through that hike first. So get the hips set, kettlebells in front, hike. Now with this, I want to bump that kettlebell back out in front, pass through the hike, back down. Boom, right there. And then if we're going start, stop, power clean, now we got to start right over the top of the bell, squat down, get set, we'll go right back down. Stretch the lat, right back down. A little stretch with the hammies, boom, and go. So there you go with your start, stop variations. Obviously we can take this to the next level. We can start doing start, stop variations with double kettlebells. So if we are doing double kettlebells, just make sure we got the grip right on these. So if I'm going to do a start, stop, clean with double bells, kettlebells are together, handles slightly rotated back towards me, and everything works the same. So if we're doing a clean here, we're going to hike, back down, pause, and then go back again. Same thing if we're doing power cleans, power snatches, which are definitely more advanced with double bells. So same thing. Let's go ahead and go through a couple reps there. So we'll get set here. Big hike. Boom. And then power snatch, which is, in my opinion, probably the most advanced, which is a double kettlebell power snatch from the ground because it's all vertical. So you definitely gotta be explosive with those hips. So we'll go ahead and hit 1 rep here, just to demonstrate. Stretch the hammies, pull down, boom, right back down. So there you are, start, stop, kettlebell variations, great to work power, explosiveness, because you're starting from that dead position every single time. So you're not using as much momentum. So give those a try, take it to the next level, keep going 110% hand.